building a second trike. So I thought I'd go for a little cycle because it's sunny and Sunday and I felt like it. But also I'd test the tubing, and also I thought, well, if I've got the audio on the main camera, I could take a second camera along and try out a few interesting camera angles, see what works. So that's the first thing. The second thing is I really wanted to explain regarding the build of the trike, because people have now expressed an interest, oh god, dead hair, in the build of the bike. I sort of feel that I should have started with that, maybe showing the build itself, but honestly I didn't really think about it. I built it and then I was like, oh yeah, let's show it off. So I mean, I haven't managed 200 kilometers. You can see from the camera I have, but what happened was at 86 kilometers I broke it. I went through some water and just messed the bike up. It's up there. I'll try and put a link to it. And that essentially meant that I, according to my own rules, the odometer therefore gets reset to 0. However, I didn't really want to do that because it starts becoming quite confusing. The odometer just keeps ticking over, and at some point we'll get to 1,000. But in order for it to be fair and to go to my rules, it needs to be 1,000 plus X. Now currently X is 86, so, but I'm sure that over time X might become a bit bigger. What I'm trying to do is show to you guys who are interested in building it, and thank you for taking an interest, I appreciate that, that's nice. This is kind of worth having a go at, because there's no point, I mean this will take up time. I'm still maintain this is probably the cheapest way of getting into half sensible recumbent cycling. I mean, at the cost of the thing, I can't give an exact amount at the moment. I'm sure I can afterwards. I've costed it all up, but yeah, it very much depends on how much stuff you already have lying around, or how much stuff you're prepared to fabricate yourself, level of fabrication, previous tools that are kicking around. I won't lie, there are a few tools that are kind of required, specific hole cutters and things like that. I mean, there are axles to be fabricated and kingpins, and it seems to work okay. I mean, there are a few dead spots, and when you're stationary it is difficult to steer it. It scrapes a little bit, but that's level of machine. That's a level of fabrication. I'm not very good at this whole fabrication thing. I'm learning, enjoying the trip as I do so. But yeah, so there are a few tools that are needed, sort of like specific hole cutters and things like that. Reasonably big ones, like what's that? 28 millimeters of like an inch and a bit. Can't do inches off the top of my head, but an inch and a bit, and there's a smaller one too. And then the fact we're basing all of the front wheels on wheelchair kind of tech, means that yeah, you'll have 16 millimeters. I'll double check what American wheelchair tech looks like, and I'll try and make this as international as I possibly can. But I'm certain that different areas will have different specifics on axle thickness and stuff like that, because of course. But that's okay. I'll find out about those, and I can add them in. So yeah, front wheels are a difficult one. Front wheels, I spent ages looking for front wheels, because you might have seen, if you're looking at this channel, you may have seen other people's videos. I certainly did. I checked out everybody else's videos, and quite a lot of people started off using normal bike wheels because that's what you get, that's what you can find. There is, I say in the first video, this is a niche product. There isn't a great deal of stuff out there, and what is out there, companies tend to charge quite a bit for it. I mean, ICE are selling their front wheels as a kit, and they are €300 a pop. And it's like, ooh, that's quite a lot. That's the cost of a mountain bike, and not such a terrible one. So, yeah, there are definite things here that could be made cheaper, and it all depends very much on how much cheaper you want to go. Because I would presume, I don't know, maybe you just want to have a go at it. Maybe it's some fun project, and for that, great, cool. But I'm presuming that if you can afford €300 for a wheel, you won't bother with this. Get yourself a sensible bike, but who knows? Who am I to say? Okay, so third thing then, I think I'm on 3 things now, is how I'm intending to divide this up. Now, I want to make a good series of videos. I tell you what, hang on, hold please. We'll have a little drive around Benkley. Why not? Come on. We've been down here. No, I mean we haven't been down here, but we've been down there. Let's try it. Let's go see Benkley. Why not? Okay, so third thing is that I want to make a good series of videos. I want to make it informative and hopefully a little bit funny, that you want to watch it, because it's only fair. You're giving me your time to have a look at this. I'd like to produce something sensible and interesting and fun to watch. But I also think that packing it all into one video, let's go that way. Oh, it's all in shade as well, even better. I did put sun cream on. No hat, but sun cream. Yeah, so packing it all into one video, I don't think is going to benefit anyone. It's just going to be very long. So what I think is I'll break it down into 3 or 4 videos where we take on kind of, here is the steering, here is the front axle, here is the main frame, back wheel. I'm not sure at the moment whether I'm brave enough to build myself a seat. There are a few videos online, and I'll put a few links in the description to people who can look like they are very much more confident than me in building seats. Then there are a few people who've made their own spring whipcord seats out of wood and things like that, and they are also definitely worth a look. One of the things I'd like to once again mention, and I've mentioned it in the comments a couple of times, is this is a prototype and I don't consider it finished. And also, if you do attempt to make it, and I sincerely encourage you, and I think it would be great, and I'd be super interested in seeing all the results and things, but there is no possible way that I can be responsible for your safety on it. I mean, you've seen, looking back through the videos, you've seen what the thing can do. I'd say it's pretty robust. I'd say it's pretty safe, but I can't be held responsible for how you put it together. I can't. If you want to see how well the thing performs, then yeah, the other videos are showing that it does hold together. It does hold together over a reasonably rough terrain as well. I have never been particularly gentle with it. That's not the aim of it. I want to build something that you can just hop on and ride, because if you are forever checking it and tweaking it, it won't happen. I'll change the front camera to some other camera position. We'll just see what we can get. should we go? I like the idea of on the back again. Oh yeah, I quite like that. Cables. Oh, muddy. Lots of rain yesterday. And having said that, with a disclaimer, I very much like to help, and you know, if you have any questions or if I've missed anything out, then by all means, either send me a message or write it on the comment of the video, and I'll pin it, and we'll if it requires another video or something, or requires a bit more explanation, then almost certainly it's something that other people might find handy, so we'll add it in. And I think this should be kind of nice to see some self-built bikes. I mean, I haven't done any off-road this year. Oh crap. Yeah, I got through that one. Okay. Come on. I know, I think this is, oh dear. Come on. Oh, come on, they all get stuck in it. Come on. Come on, top gear, bottom gear. Alright, anyway, I thought this went somewhere. Oh crap. I'm certain this went somewhere. So if we could find a way of building a sort of kit of parts that people can use that kit and try different stuff out, and I also really like the idea of making something open source. I have no idea where I'm at the moment. This is kind of nice. Oh, I do now. Right, okay, fine. Something open source that anyone can pick up and, you know, download and modify and mess about with. So yeah, open source would be kind of cool. And collaborative design, very much an advocate of collaborative design. I think it's a good thing to do. I got some information from a guy on Reddit. He's prototyping using 3D printed parts, and then he'll get them fabbed up in steel, welded on. Also interesting way to go, kind of cool. But, oh, I don't know if you guys saw that, it looked like a ferret or something. I'm lucky to have a garage. A lot of people don't even have that. And welding kind of mandates you need a garage, a workshop, or somewhere to do things. Now, what I like, if you're interested in riding recumbents, it's fun, it's comfortable, and it lets you see the area and be comfortable while you're doing it and get a bit of exercise. And I think it's something that more people should have the opportunity to do so. But if the barrier to entry is £5,000, dollars, euros, whatever, that seems a little bit unfair. I mean, if there's people who have a bit of time, then why not? Let's try it. So I feel I've chatted basically the entire way through this ride now. Thank you for listening. I appreciate your support. It's nice to know that there are people out there who are interested. So to sum up, yeah, I'll be doing a few videos in the coming weeks, showing the build, showing materials, hopefully we can have a bit of fun with it. Till next time, bye. Cycle computer mount. Never mind.